right, thank you, Marco, for the introduction. And I'm Song from XCard. What we are building is a platform that transforms collectible cards into liquid assets on the XRPL. This single piece of Pokemon card got sold for more than $5 million. But nowadays, most average collectors still face more than 10% in fees, week-long escrows, and frequent authentication risks. That's a total waste of value. XCard changes that by introducing a one-step vault system, fractionalized access, and a fee that's capped at 2%. Collectors will be able to trade any fraction of a card, stake for yields, and borrow against them. And all these are happening natively on the XRP ledger. So now what we are targeting is not a niche market. In 2025 alone, the global collectible card market scales to $33.9 billion US, and is still growing every year at a rate of 9.5%. In the secondary markets, the volume goes to about $8 billion, even with the current inefficient and illiquid conditions. With the entire procedure shortened from weeks and days to seconds, we expect this number to at least quadruple. So geographically speaking, the geography also hits XRPL's footprints. So the largest card collector communities, as you can see in the pie chart, stems in the US, APAC countries like Japan, Korea, and also Europe. This aligns closely with some of the XRPL's largest community bases. Even with the current digital adoption rates, we are seeing an immediate addressable market of US $10.1 billion. And this number can only increase with more Gen Zs entering the market. So here are a few reasons why customers choose XCard. The first one, obviously, is fees. Legacy platforms charge buyer, seller, and transaction fees totaling to over 16%, while we charge a fee that's capped at 2%. The second one is flexibility. With our competitors, you get all or nothing. With us, you can have a $50 share of some of the world's most expensive cards while still enjoying its upside. The third one is financial utility. When a card is in eBay, it stays idle until it's being sold. When the card is in XCard, the fractions can generate yield by being input into the AMM pools and also being served as collaterals for lending on the spot. Finally, speed and reliability. The traditional flow involves shipping and authentication, which involves frequent risks and additional time overhead. Here, we vault once and trade forever, where each transaction can happen within 10 seconds. That's over 3 magnitudes faster than traditional methods. So let me walk you through the pipeline that actually powers XCard. So in the physical layer, we grade the cards, we send them to authentication services, and we vault them in a secure place. In the tokenization layer, a single card is sliced into a certain number of fractions, and supply cannot inflate until a new card is vaulted. You can redeem the card anytime by burning a certain supply of your tokens. And finally, DeFi. The card tokens now flow freely like any crypto coin. You can trade them in seconds, drop them into an AMM pool for additional yield, or lock them as collateral for lending. So we'll be launching XCard on mainnet in July. That's in about 2 weeks. But here's a preview of how the app looks like. Think like the Coinbase for cards. You can see the live price chart of any card you want and place any kind of orders. That means market, limit, and stop, just as any exchange. And on the right side, what you can see is a lending pool. Lending pool where you can stake these tokens for liquidity yields and also lock them as collateral for lending RUSD. And this will be the very first live collaterals lending pool that's on XRP mainnet. So the good news for us is that we have secured some traction even before official launch. That's great. So we have secured partnerships with 3 of the flagship card merchants in Southern California who provide over 300 premium SKUs at day 1 of launch and provide over $2 million in assets within month 1 of launch. What's more, they will bring their community of active collectors, which totals over 5,000 active players that will onboard and try out our platform. With that supply locked and the audience that's ready to trade, we're set to move 500,000 in GMV in the first month and scale from then. So trading cards are just our entry point. The custody, tokenized, and DeFi pipeline you can see here we built can onboard any real-world assets that's valuable but face lack of liquidity. This means in the future, we'll be able to enable instant trades for collectors, empower low-fee fractional swaps for farm parcels, and enable working capital loans for carbon projects. So expand our markets into other collectible verticals next year, 2026. And after then, we will explore markets such as small parcel real estate, voluntary carbon credits, and music royalties. While these markets may seem unrelated, they face the same pain point. That's valuable, illiquid, and hard to finance. So our model can perfectly fit and scale. So if you'd like to check out our white paper and testnet demo, feel free to scan the QR code and also use the link above. And again, we'll be launching in a few weeks, July 2025. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for joining me.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. My name is Sączewski, and I'm Business Development Lead at Neti. And I'm excited to present you a product that we believe can make a real impact on stablecoin adoption, especially on institutional level. Introducing Neti Shield, a security layer for Ripple stablecoin payments. Stablecoins are changing the game in finance. It's fast, it's cheap, available 24/7, with no delays and no borders. In fact, only last year, stablecoins generated more volume in transaction than Visa and MasterCard together. However, there is one huge issue: security. Unlike traditional finance, there is no built-in protection. If you send transaction to the wrong or fraud address, it's lost forever. There is no revert mechanism. Additionally, it doesn't help to be compliant with regulator, for example, on AML level. Results? Only last year, $3 billion was lost to different kind of scams attacks, and it will be worse. And this is where Neti Shields come in. We propose to add an additional security layer to stablecoin payments. It's meant for direct and automated payments, featuring return fraud detection tool and escrow mechanism. We like to call it a PSD3 as an evolution of PSD2 standard from traditional finance. How it works? Users start the transaction. The system verifies addresses with anti-fraud detection tools. If flagged as risky, funds are placed in the escrow for additional verification, which is done by third-party authority and one of the trusted party of the transaction. Depending on the verification result, the funds goes through or stay in the escrow for the decision of the third-party authority. Very simple but efficient. This kind of tool could prevent the Bybit hack for $1.5 billion from 3 months ago. And this is the product that we were able to build in just 48 hours in Swiss hack in Switzerland 1 month ago, which we are very proud of. Yes, but what this product means for the institutional user and for Ripple itself, we are enhancing trust in blockchain payments. We are reducing risk of losing funds, and we are getting one step closer to be compliant with regulator. And this is only the beginning. We have a list of features and opportunities that we want to implement later on, like AI fraud detection tool, DeFi integrations, institutional dashboards, and there is a bunch of more things that we would like to introduce. And we believe that we are the right team to deliver this kind of solution. We are a Neti, a software development team from Poland, which is 15 years on the market, 6 years in blockchain itself, and has 40 experts and specialists behind us. And we are here because we are looking for partners that can help us develop this idea further and validate on the market, At the same time, we are here because we are exploring new ventures opportunity that we can support with our software and blockchain expertise. If any of those resonates with you, feel free to reach me out. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, we are super excited to be here today to share something we've been building with real passion, WaveTip. WaveTip is a project born during the Ripple Hackathon where we proudly won the XRPL mainnet track. WaveTip is the fastest and easiest way to send Ripple's ILUSD stablecoin directly inside Twitch chat. No gas fees, no delays, no setup, just seamless instant tipping powered by the XRP ledger. I am Fawzi, a research student at ESILV, Paris, and I'm joined by Kyllian and Eden, both fellow ESILV students and members of Cryptosphere, Europe's largest student Web3 network. Together, we are on a mission to make crypto truly usable, especially where it matters most, in the hands of creators. So what's the problem? Most platforms still don't support crypto payments. On Twitch, streamers lose up to 29% of the tips to fees. And even when crypto tipping is an option, it is usually slow, complex, and intimidating. And WaveTip fixes that. It is a lightweight browser extension that overlays directly on Twitch chat, letting viewers tip streamers effortlessly. No wallet setup, no friction, just a clean, intuitive experience that works the moment the stream starts. Built on the XRP ledger, WaveTip delivers speed, scalability, and transparency for real-time payments. And unlike Twitch Bits, which takes 29%, we charge just 1%, because supporting creators fairly is core to what we believe. And here is how WaveTip works, step by step. So step one, install the extension, download the WaveTip extension. It is fast, simple, and connects instantly to Twitch. Step two, create your wallet. Just enter a username and a password. No seed phrase, no external apps. Your wallet is created instantly on the XRP ledger. Step three, fund your wallet. You'll see your dashboard, wallet ready, balance at 0. You can fund it via exchange or future fiat on ramps. Open Twitch, go to any stream. The extension activates automatically, overlaying the chat. It feels like native, like Twitch, just better. And step 5, tip your favorite streamer. So just type /tip1 to send RUSD in the chat, and done. Funds arrive instantly with full transparency and 0 gas fees. That's what we mean by usable crypto. WaveTip hides the blockchain complexity and focuses on one thing: letting creators get paid fairly, instantly, and globally, without losing nearly a third to fees. And the timing couldn't be better. Twitch now has over 240 million monthly users, and that number keeps growing. At the same time, stablecoins like RLUSD are becoming the new standard for digital payments, fast, stable, and easy to use. WaveTip sits at the crossroad of these two trends, making tipping faster, fairer, and future-proof. We are currently in closed beta with a few streamers. Next up, public launch, feature expansion, and mass adoption. And from a business perspective, we take a 1% fee per transaction, which puts us on track for $5 million in volume by the end of 2025, generating almost $50,000 in revenue. And to reach that goal, we are raising $1 million in pre-seeding funding to grow the product, accelerate adoption, and have established RLUSD as the go-to stablecoin for content creators by the end of 2025. If you are excited about what we are building or want to be part of it, we'd love to talk. This isn't just a future, it is a movement, and it is time to creators had the tools they deserve. Thank you.
Hi everyone, today we are here to present you our project at the Apex Hackathon for the exploration track. I am Eva, and here's my teammates, Romain and Amaury, and we are all students at Leonardo da Vinci Pool and member of Cryptosphere. You all know that RLUSD just launched in December, and even if there are a huge potential for the moment, there is no yield on it. However, US Treasury offers 5% of reward with their T-bills. But it's opaque and off-chain. So what if we just combine these two for a huge project? And this is XRPL Treasury. XRPL Treasury unlocks yield-bearing stability on XRPL based on T-bills and institutional compliance. It's really simple. You only have to deposit your XRPL on a vault, which is in fact a single asset vault. And after this deposit, you will receive some XRPL plus token, which are MP tokens that represent your shares. And thanks to the shares and the rewards of the T-bills, you will earn your own rewards. Of course, you can withdraw your XRPL, but after a locking phase. The MP token and the single asset vault are, for the moment, still under development. But how it works, what is behind it? In fact, the deposited XRPL allows us to pay and buy real T-bills. These T-bills are by auto-rolled and based on the volume of the XRPL volume deposited on the vault. About the reward distribution, we will redistribute the rewards at the maturation of the different T-bills. And about the institutional grade compliance, our MP tokens are implemented with the features of freeze and clawback that allows us to be totally in alignment with the regulatory about tokenized assets. About the business model, we plan to take 5% and redistribute 85% of the T-bills rewards to the clients and take 0.3% of the fees when they deposit on the vault. XRPL Plus shares on DEX contribute liquidity incomes in the future.
We're standing on the edge of the revolution. Our project, XRPL Treasury, will be the first yield protocol on XRPL. So here's our roadmap. It's pretty simple. We want to be as much regulated, compliant as possible, and to add all the custodies that is needed. Here's our current limitation. So as we say, the single asset vault are still in development, and all the features that we want to implement are still in development. And yeah, so we will need to adapt to these changes. And a main problem is that the XRPL issuer still have the control over the freeze and the clawback, and that's a main problem for the regulation. So here, what we propose to introduce some features on the RippleD, such as an amendment, and the principle and the more interesting is the authorization, and this one is, like I mentioned before, for the XRPL, we ask like the XRPL can give us the authorization for the freeze and the clawback when you are the vault. And I pass the mic. Let's go for the demo.
You can connect your wallet, and then you can deposit XRPL on a vault. This is possible because we run RippleD on the standalone mode to enable the single asset vault feature. So when you deposit XRPL on a vault, you earn an MP token that represents your share of the vault. So for this demo, we use a rebasing system to simulate the yield. So there is an address that deposits XRPL on a vault, earns MP token shares, and sends it to all the shareholders. So when they want to withdraw, they earn more XRPL than they deposit. Thank you for your attention.
That wraps up the showcase of the hackathons. And I just want to say that developer relations at Ripple, we don't stop at the hackathon. We continue helping these teams to progress into converting them to full-fledged companies that can create the next generation of XRPL products. As an example, one of our hackathon winners this year, Tom, already had his own session because he's already like testing out like a real-world implementation for RLUSD payments. Thank you all for coming. Stay tuned, participate, keep helping us with these initiatives, and thanks for coming.